Hello, my name's Gabe Zolna. I just caught a few minutes of Fox, and they're talking about North Korea. And apparently, Secretary of State Kerry just arrived at Seoul, and he bounced off the airplane. He doesn't quite do it the way Obama does. You know, Obama's got his arms moving. You know, he looks like he's grooving and moving. And you know what I mean? Kerry just got off the airplane. They did have red carpet for him to come down. Anyway, I don't know how many people out there remember the Munsters. Remember the Munsters? Well, if Kerry loses his job as Secretary of State, he'd be a perfect ringer for the Munsters. And the good news is he doesn't need any makeup. I mean, this guy is a natural ringer for the Munsters. And for the Munsters, they have to put a lot of makeup on to get him to look like that. But Kerry's a natural. I mean, he really is. You might want to Google some of the pictures of the Munsters and then Google some of the pictures of Kerry. I think he's had so much plastic surgery that his face is like, you know, like this. You know what I mean? He looks like this. I don't know why people do that to themselves, you know? Aging is part of the process. And, you know, you sort of can't hide behind it too long because it eventually catches up with you. But anyway, I don't want to knock the guy. I mean, he's got a son-in-law now, a new son-in-law. And he's learning so much about Islam, and he's so happy that this information's just flowing. Yeah, his son-in-law, Abedin, that's his guy's last name. So his daughter now is like Abedin. Abedin is a Arab Muslim name, like Huma Abedin, the same kind of a deal. And if he were anybody other than a Secretary of State, he would have lost his secret security clearance. Yeah, because Abedin, the son-in-law's got family over there, you know what I mean? And they got to be well-to-do, because otherwise how could he come to study to become a doctor in, you know, the United States? But anyway, like really, seriously, go look at some of the pictures of the original Munsters and tell me that this Kerry isn't a dead ringer for him. Dead ringer. So the good news is that, you know, if he blows his gig with Secretary of State and if Obama gets thrown out because he's like a usurper and all that stuff, and if this whole administration falls apart, then they all go to prison, and some get, you know, executed, you know what I mean? He won't, because he came into it like late in the game, you know what I mean? But the ones that are complicit from the beginning, they're going to have a problem like what's her name, Nancy Pelosi, the Botox queen. She's got some problems to deal with. She's the one that created this nightmare. She allowed it to happen. She allowed this guy to become president when he couldn't qualify to be a gardener at the White House. He could not be a gardener. Never mind at the White House. He couldn't be a gardener at the Marriott because he would never pass E-Verify. You know what I mean? This guy couldn't be a gardener at the Marriott. Any Marriott. He couldn't be a gardener at Motel 6, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Because they all do E-Verify, and he would never make it. But this isn't about Obama. This is about our Secretary of State. John, you could always make it in movies. You've got the perfect face for Munster. Not monster, Munster. You know? Big difference between monster and Munster. You know what I'm talking about, Munster, right? It was a great big hit for a long time. The guy looks exactly like Kerry. And Kerry looks exactly like him. So he'd be a perfect fit. Ah! What do you think, Johnny? Ah! What a joke.